about is an illegal migrant. He is now the suspect in a deadly Florida crash that was he was nearly deported, but then he was allowed to stay after claiming he was afraid to return to India. He's now caused the death of 3 people. Illegal migrant driving a semi-truck. Why is he driving a semi-truck? Oh, I don't know. California said he could. An illegal migrant who allegedly killed 3 people after making a rogue U-turn on a Florida highway is an Indian national who was previously processed for deportation, but was able to stay after claiming he was afraid of being sent back to his home country. Hajinder Singh crossed the southern border into California in September 2018 and was processed for fast-track deportation by the first Trump administration, police sources told the Post. But after claiming fear of being sent back to India to U.S. Citizenship, Immigration and Customs Services, Singh was released on a $5,000 immigration bond in January 2019 and has remained in immigration proceedings ever since. So here's a picture of a legal migrant. Hajinder Singh allegedly made an illegal U-turn. So here's the picture of them. Here's the picture moments before tragedy. You can see in my thumbnail, that's the car. And then you can see in my thumbnail the aftermath. He has since gotten a commercial driver's license in California. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles said in a statement on Saturday. I mean, what do you do in this? What do other states do in a situation like this? California is giving driver's licenses to people that don't know English, that shouldn't be here in the first place, and then allowing them to drive across the country. I think at this point, other states need to just make having a California driver's license illegal or non-valid. Like, when a semi-truck comes into your state and has CA plates, immediately pull them over, and if they don't have a certificate to drive in your state, fucking arrest them. Like, what else do you do? What else do you do? Yeah, CDLs. It's not just driver's license. This is a commercial driver's license, which is above the normal driver's license. This guy has a higher grade driver's license than I do as an American citizen. How does that make any sense? Yeah, and then Villainous brings up, we're going to show the video here in just a moment, but Villainous brings up a good point. After he got hit, the guy's face didn't even flinch, not even an oh fuck. The guy literally was just put in the park. Oops-a-daisy, just put in the park. We're going to watch it in just a minute, but yeah, no, we need to start banning driver's licenses from California. That's how you solve this. If California is going to give commercial, not just driver license, but commercial driver licenses to illegal immigrants, you need to just ban California licenses outright. Other states need to start banning California drivers. That's the only way you can solve this. The accident that this guy caused here, you can't watch that on YouTube. Why can't I watch it on YouTube?
Where's my money, bitch?
According to him, by the way, he is dressed. The people he just killed are now alive again, because everyone just comes back. Yeah, if you believe in what is it? Reincarnation. Blanking on that for a minute. I can't even get a CDL, but this asshole from another country just gets one. Yeah, and then he ends up killing 3 people. Now, Matt Stork says I can't show the video. I mean, I can show this, though. I'm going to show the video either way. I don't care. He was arrested on Saturday by U.S. Marshals in California on a warrant for 3 counts of vehicular homicide in connection to a deadly crash in Florida around 3 p.m. last Thursday. A tractor-trailer driven by Singh made a hard left turn on the Florida Turnpike near Fort Pierce and attempted to cross the median through an official use-only pass, authorities said. Yeah, you guys know when you're driving on the freeway and you have that big concrete, maybe metal divider that separates the oncoming traffic and the traffic that you're on. You know how that every once in a while they'll have that gap so that emergency services could flip to the other side of the road should they need to? Yeah. He decided to make a U-turn through that with a semi-truck on a freeway. Well, this is the result. This is what you get on screen right now when you do something like that. The car had no hope of slowing down. Absolutely no hope of slowing down. All they could do was drive into their death. As it blocked all lanes of oncoming traffic, a minivan then slammed into the trailer at full speed, becoming wedged underneath and killing a 37-year-old Pompano Beach woman, a 30-year-old Florida City man, and a 50-year-old Miami man, Treasure Coast newspaper reported. The 2 passengers died at the scene while the driver was rushed to a nearby hospital where he later died of his injuries. Neither Singh nor a passenger in the semi-truck with him at the time were injured. Oh, thank God that they weren't injured, right? Thank God that these motherfuckers weren't injured, right? Should just throw them under the next fucking car that comes by. Shocking video from inside the truck cab window shows Singh apparently completely unaffected at the moment of impact, calmly putting his vehicle into park and turning the engine off. That's... Singh is being held on an ICE detainer and faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide. The actions taken by the defendant while operating a commercial tractor trailer are both shocking and criminal. For those of you just listening and not watching, this was not a fucking tractor trailer. This was a full semi-trailer with the truck. It was a full semi. This was not a tractor trailer. I know it's sometimes referred to as that, but not everyone's going to understand that. This was a full semi. A full semi-truck. They tried to U-turn across all lanes of traffic through a place that is designated for emergency U-turns only. It's ridiculous. 3 people lost their lives as a result of this of his recklessness, and countless friends and family members will experience the pain of their loss forever. The actions of this man, I mean, life in prison. Life in prison for this guy. I don't want him deported. This guy, it's not enough to have this guy deported. This guy absolutely needs to spend the rest of his life behind bars in America. I want him to remain in America, rest of his life behind bars. No death penalty, just sitting behind bars for the rest of his life. I want him to just spend the rest of his life behind bars. That's what I want. Let's see. Do they have the video here? Yeah, here's the video. So you can see he makes that U-turn. That car's coming way too fast. That guy gave him... There was no chance. It's almost deliberate what this guy did. I mean, look, you got to see in your mirrors. He's got to be able to see in his mirrors. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. And he's just like, oh, oops. He's like, oh, why didn't you slow down, guy? Oh, why didn't you slow down? Fuck that. I want him in jail and in El Salvador. Since he's not an American citizen, I'd be fine with that. I'm just not cool with the American citizens being sent to El Salvador. But he's not an American citizen. If we can work out a deal with El Salvador, I actually am fine with that. That's fine. Somewhere though, this guy needs to be behind bars for the rest of his life. He's been here since 2018. He could have been deported back in 2019, and this never would have happened. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. What are you guys saying in the chat? I want to see what you guys are saying. I mean, you can just see that video. The absolute recklessness of this man. He for sure saw that car. That's what I mean, dude. It almost seems deliberate. F that straight to death. Yeah, I mean, that was my initial reaction. You heard what I said. Should just toss him under the next oncoming car. That was my initial reaction, but truly, what I truly want for him is just to sit in a concrete block for the rest of his life. That's what I want. He knows better. Death penalty. I get the death penalty. I understand where you're coming from on that. I still think it would be more satisfying for me personally to know that he's sitting in a box the rest of his life. There are people that absolutely should just, no longer breathe. I don't think what he did was to the point where he should no longer breathe. I think he's at the point where he should just sit for the rest of his life and know that he's sitting in a concrete block for the rest of his life for making one stupid action that resulted in the death of 3 people. All he had to do was keep driving straight. I've used one of those turnarounds one time in my life and got a ticket for it. It is the only ticket I have ever gotten. I've never received a ticket for anything related to driving. But son of Wiggum, I'm sure that when you did that, you weren't driving a full semi truck, right? I mean, Jesus, dude. Our sergeant, death shall not redeem it. Yeah. American prison would be a effing welcome home, as it is for many of these immigrants from effing shitholes around the world. That's true. Our sergeant does bring up a good point there. Our prisons would be a lot more comfy than some of these countries. So, and I'm not saying the prisons of these countries. I'm saying literally the countries in general. So, yeah, again, what I think it was Killing It Sense that brought it up. Fuck it, send them to El Salvador then. It was a Toyota Sienna. Oh no. Yeah, see, that's what I mean though. You weren't driving a semi truck. I started driving over the road about 13 years ago. In fact, then truck stops were full of people that didn't speak English. Now it's even worse. Yeah, that's terrible. I don't know how we fix that, man. I mean, we've outsourced so much of our labor to people that shouldn't be here. The correction is going to be incredibly damaging, but it needs to happen. The correction absolutely needs to happen. Right to Alligator Alcatraz. No, I don't want to pay for him to live. I stand by this. If you are an immigrant to this country, illegal visa, etc., you protest, deport, you commit a crime, deport, you kill, murder, etc. for any reason, death penalty. I get that. I absolutely do get that, Killing It Sense. Trucking is a difficult job. Absolutely, it's a difficult job, and we should not be outsourcing it to illegal migrants who will do it for cheaper. Send him to jail and his entire family back to their country on their dime. I agree. Yeah. Not only that, but the fuckers drive all of our pay down, and I had to stop driving for big corporate companies and find small local ones. Exactly. That's one of the issues, man. Democrats complain about. See, for all the complaining that Democrats do about a livable wage and the minimum wage and stuff like that, think about how much easier it would be to afford things if you didn't have illegal labor and illegal immigrants here. You would have, think about this, right? You would have less people buying things. You would have less people traveling. You would have less people occupying positions. You would have less people across the board. What does that do? Less people and less positions means that you're more on demand, your work is more in demand, and they would have to pay you more to get that work because there will be more competition. So less people working means wages go up. That's easy economics there. The less people traveling around, the less traffic, the more time you save during your day. I did the math the other day. People traveling to commute to work, a 2-hour commute to work, the illegal immigrants that haven't been around because of the ICE raids and stuff like that, cut that down to about an hour, hour and a half. Let's say an hour, right? Let's say that cuts an hour off your commute every day total. 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. It cuts an hour out. That's 5 hours a week. That's, what is that? That's 20 hours a month. That's 240 hours a year. Like, that's literal hours from your life that they're taking from you just by being here. Think about all the things and stores that you buy that go up in price because they're more in demand. That, you know, supply and demand, people, that's how that works. The more demand there is, the less the supply is going to be able to meet that demand, and then the prices go up. So if there's less people, there's less of a demand, supply goes up, demand goes down, and prices go down. That's economics, guys. Economics. Illegals do so many different things to affect us on a day-to-day basis. It's absolutely fucking insane when you break it down. It's insane to think about all the little things that could change just by getting these people the fuck out of our country. What are you guys saying in the chat? Dirt Diver just followed the channel. What's up, man? Welcome. That is the same reason you never find American construction workers. Exactly, because they aren't getting paid. Dude, so many things. Houses wouldn't be so expensive, food wouldn't be so expensive, gas wouldn't be so expensive, all these things wouldn't be so expensive if the demand wasn't so high. Demand wouldn't be so high if illegals weren't here. If illegals weren't here, we would have more jobs. So many things. So many of these things are connected to fucking illegal immigrants. The dominoes would start falling so goddamn fast if we got rid of them. It needs to happen. It's the single most important thing in this country that we get rid of all the people that should not be here. What did our sergeant say? And driving for a year and a half with Warner, I went from making $40,000 a year to $35,000 a year, driving the same effing company, which doesn't make any sense because that's hard work, man. Driving those trucks is hard fucking work. My stepdad did that for a while, and then he moved up, and now he's dispatch. But still, dude, that hard fucking work. Even doing dispatch, hard fucking work because he's got to get there early in the morning. The times of day he has to fall asleep and the times of day he has to wake up. Truly inspiring. My father, my stepfather, truly inspires me to work hard every day. The work that I see that man put in and day out. It's truly difficult work that these people do, and they don't get paid enough for it. And it's because of people like this in this video. This guy from California was a CDL. He's not even a citizen. It's absolutely baffling. It's absolutely baffling that this could even happen. Truly. I mean, same thing with the story prior to this. We have it right here. The moped riding perp. The officer. This guy would be alive right now if he just stayed in his home country and tried to make a living in his home country. So many different things, guys. So many different things that illegal immigrants affect day in and day out, and they don't care. They simply don't care. What are you guys saying? Slave labor is crazy. Thankfully, I'm a contractor and my company doesn't play. Doesn't play that we are all American. Yeah, because I'm so sick of these companies too that like Home Depot, for example. Why is it that Home Depot can just get raided day in and day out, and we're not seeing any officials from Home Depot getting arrested? Like, I get that they're going into the parking lot, right? A lot of them are in the parking lot, but it's not just the parking lot. They're going into the actual stores, too, and rounding up people in the store. So, if these places are hiring illegal migrants, why is it that we haven't seen any high-profile company or anyone from these businesses be held accountable? They're just targeting the illegal immigrants. I've seen multiple people talk about this before. We're getting rid of the illegals. We turned off the tap, but the system is still in place. We're not dismantling the system that caused us to get here in the first place. We're not going after the businesses that hired these people. We're not shutting down the roots and the companies that facilitated this. We're not going after the people that can start it right back up. As soon as Trump gets out of office and Democrats are back in power, all of the pieces are there. All you need is someone to just go in, hit the button, and it starts right back up. We're not doing it. We're not doing it, guys. I don't want to be blackpilled on this. I love seeing all the winning. We have seen a lot of winning in the past month, but I am truly concerned that this is just temporary. A lot of it is just temporary. That tap is going to get turned back on, and sure, we're getting rid of maybe 1 million, maybe 2 million from current projections. Current projections is that we're going to get rid of 1 million to 2 million. That might be 10%. Might be 10% of the illegals. Being generous. We might get rid of 10% of the illegals by the time Trump gets out of office. That's where I'm just trying to be realistic here, guys. We're not seeing the mass deportations that we want to see. 100, unless they pass law, it's all temporary. Exactly. Oh, okay, 100. Yeah, 100%. You're saying you agree. That's what you meant. I got confused by the 100. Need to get Congress off their asses and pass laws finding employers hiring illegals. It's not just that with Congress, man. I mean, look at everything the Congress has been doing. Speaker Mike Johnson could be holding special votes and stuff like that. They could be holding these votes and getting things pushed through, but they're not. They're not. And then they're going on recess and stuff like that. Like, the Republicans are just kicking the can down the road, it seems like.